has scholarships helping them pay for college? I'm sure many of you do. Monsanto was sued for a large amount of money, which took away their ability to help more students in need of scholarships. Today, I would like to inform you about the trial held against Monsanto and the outcome of it. You may not directly care about agriculture, but as a citizen and a student, Monsanto is helping our country to expand and helping teenagers that need it for college to follow their dreams. Through my extensive research on this topic, I believe I am suitable to tell you about the trial. I'm going to inform you about the Monsanto company, a trial they have went through, and how different news stations covered the trial. Before you can choose who is right and wrong, you must know who Monsanto is and what their company does. Monsanto is a large agricultural company. Monsanto is working to help farmers and other consumers to make their yard work easier and more worthwhile. Monsanto has come up with and tested products to make sure they are safe and helpful to everyone. One product they are responsible for is the weed killer Roundup. Monsanto has an extensive list of products that they have created. According to Monsanto.com website, created in 2002 and updated in 2018, whether it's managing insects, disease, or drought, controlling weeds, or simply increasing productivity, our selection of brands will help you produce the food, feed, fiber, and fuel we need while using natural resources more efficiently. Their list of U.S. brands includes many that you may or may not have heard of. Some of these brands are Acceleron, Corn State, Harness, Kruger Seeds, REA Hybrids, Roundup, and Specialty. All of their products can be very helpful to farmers and other consumers in the United States. Let alone all the good this company does to try and help our country, they are being sued. The Monsanto company was sued for misinforming consumers about the ingredients in one of their brands. Roundup Weed Killer is one of the brands and products Monsanto created to assist Americans in their day-to-day lives. One such American, Dwayne Johnson, was a school groundskeeper at a high school in California. Johnson used Roundup nearly every day on his job at the school. Johnson was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma at the age of 42. Johnson's doctors blame his use of Roundup for the disease. The California jury found Monsanto liable. According to New York Times in 2018, the jury in Superior Court of California in San Francisco deliberated for 3 days before finding that Monsanto had failed to warn Mr. Johnson and other consumers of the cancer risk posed by its weed killers. Roundup is a weed killer. Chemicals in the product have to be able to kill living things. In 2018, NBC News said in its decision on Friday, the jury awarded the plaintiff, Dwayne Johnson, nearly $290 million in damages. Since you now know the outcome of the trial, let's look at the coverage. The coverage of this article was very biased. While every article I have found states Monsanto's fight that Roundup is not cancerous, 3 of the 4 are very against the company and blame Roundup for the cancer. The one article that gave a good statement for Monsanto was NBC News article written by Daniel Arkin. In the article, the vice president of Monsanto, Scott Partridge, spoke saying, "We are sympathetic to Mr. Johnson and his family. 800 studies and reviews support the fact that glyphosate does not cause cancer and did not cause Mr. Johnson's cancer." The other article that mentions Monsanto's side is an article titled "Trial Begins for a Man Alleging Roundup Weed Killer Caused His Cancer," published by ABC News. Partridge was also quoted in this article. It has been studied extensively throughout the world over and over again. The conclusions are unequivocal in a real-world environment. There is no association between the use of glyphosate and cancer. Although these articles state facts about Monsanto, they also stated very biased facts against Monsanto. According to an article written by Reuters in the New York Times, Brent Wisner, a lawyer for Mr. Johnson, said in a statement that jurors had seen for the first time internal company documents, proving that Monsanto has known for decades that glyphosate and specifically Roundup could cause cancer. According to CNN, on August 11, 2018, he testified that during his work he had 2 accidents in which he was soaked with the product. The first accident happened in 2012. CNN's article is very in-depth and is the one article that mentions the studies done on glyphosate and if it is carcinogenic or not. This article states, for the herbicide glyphosate, there was limited evidence of carcinogenicity in humans for non-Hodgkin lymphoma, the report states. Now that you know the story, I hope you make your own decisions on what you believe. Today I've informed you about Monsanto and how their company has gained a negative perspective over some mishaps and bias in the news. Now that you have a little bit about both sides, maybe you'll be able to assist this company in showing people what they do on a day-to-day basis. In the end, maybe they'll even assist you with paying for your college.